ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting and riveting and amazing Propagandacast from your host and Pearl Dane, the one, the only master Propaganda. We're off here to an exciting 1 vs 1 on Crossing in the Woods. In the north, it is TwistedTootsy himself, fighting for America, freedom, democracy, taking on the role here of the 6th Armored Division with Recon Support, which features raid tactics on our Pathfinders, airdrop combat groups, Greyhounds, and the M83 cluster bombs with bazooka, dart truck, and Scott bulletins. From the south, it is HazukiWatora fighting for the German army. Deutschland taking on the role here of the 716th Full Scandinavia, shown here with defensive doctrine, featuring Osttruppen, defensive fortifications, the HazukiWatora 3 Ausführung E, Pack 43 emplacements, and sector artillery with double infantry and Panther first bulletins. And as always, please remember to like, subscribe, and share, and press that bell button. Also, big thanks to May I Be Me for donating and supporting the mighty Propagandacast in its continued efforts towards greatness, particularly in these dark and trying times. You too can support by pledging on Patreon or donating as well. Links in the video description. Anyways, we're off here to a regular scheduled action. We got Osttruppen there for Hazuki, not an infantry company, in case TwistedTootsy, of course, is very known for dart truck, does commit to early dart truck, in which case you'll have Panther fast ready for the Osttruppen. Slightly interesting opening here. Most players will just go straight away for a lot of Osttruppen, but Hazuki is actually committing to single Osttruppen squad and then multiple MD42s. We got Pathfinders arriving out here for TwistedTootsy. First indication in the west by the Western Fuel Pond there. Osttruppen in the building versus the Rifle Squad. Kar-90Ks versus M1 Garands. Going back and forth here. Osttruppen in the building. Should have a good chance versus Rifle Squad in no cover. Should have a good chance since they are very reliant on cover. We got Osttruppen here, our pioneers bringing us eastwards with linking up with the MD42. They got a beacon up here as well for TwistedTootsy. Rifle Squad, they're falling back, realizing they cannot beat the mighty Osttruppen. Anything but elite. Second M42, they're done for Hazuki. Point is secured, moving up for the Eastern Fuel Point. Pathfinders moving up there, might be, of course, trying to scout ahead and see if they can spot any crack MGs. Second Osttruppen squad linking up here with MD42, and it's done. And there you go, Pathfinders to the west there, spotted and hammered by the MD42. MD42 number 2 staying up to cover and push possibly towards the west here for Hazuki. And we'll have to see whether there's going to be some text soon here for TwistedTootsy. Very much a company command post man. He likes that and the anti-aircraft traffic. Meanwhile here the Osttruppen squad remains just in a darkened position there. TwistedTootsy now launching a assault there to try and clear out at least a small push. Rifle squad coming reaction to the grab the point. At the same time the MD42 from the other side is going to probably try and catch them there from behind, deal with them. At the same time, big flank here. Hazuki, though, seems to be sensing something's going on there, but looks like TwistedTootsy will realizing that might be, of course, what Hazuki is expecting, so swifting course here. Also laying down a beacon to further course scout ahead. They get an idea there what Hazuki might be up to. Thumbs up to TwistedTootsy. In the west, MD42 there, getting up behind the troops. And there he goes, suppress the rifle from behind. Osttruppen there should now be in a good spot. Almost got the Western Fuel Point. Third Osttruppen squad out there, hitting the car point there. Good maneuver there by TwistedTootsy again, basically avoiding the MD42. But the MD42 course can respond. That's going to be a bit awkward. Other Osttruppen squad might have to deal with that. Here we got troops being further suppressed. Osttruppen chanting through here at the suppressed units, home to deal with them before they get unsuppressed. Doesn't last long though. MD4 setting up again. Resistance falling back. The Rifle Squad they're holding up. They're going to be focused down as well in a matter of moments. Here in the west, Rifle Squad quickly backing off, and there you go, hitting the car pond as well with the Pathfinders. Rifle Squad there getting focused down with heavy MD42 and rifle fire there from Hazuki's assembled force of the 716th Full Scandinavia Division. We got Rob Neves, the Osttruppen, M14 setting up here, opening up and suppressing. No tech yet there for Hazuki. Captain, I imagine, is going to be happening anytime soon here for TwistedTootsy and freedom. Over the 6th Armoured. So using the point here. Pioneers going straight for the cuff points here. Looks like Hazuki's intending to return the favour to TwistedTootsy. No, not just the captain, but the lieutenant. He's upgrading both platoon and company command post in a actually surprisingly rare scene move, but of course it does mean A, he gets access to all the tech, but also he gets access to both the lieutenant and the captain, so he's effectively just getting 2 infantry squads. And again, this is one of the American strengths, one of the American factions' many strengths. Again, they can just take up there and get 3 units at the same time. So captain there can of course be equipped with the BAR, though TwistedTootsy never upgrades for the BAR. I don't think actors even do it. Our lieutenant, of course, heading soon as well. That's just going to be 2 officers out there. And, of course, 2 pretty solid infantry squads out there for TwistedTootsy. Hazuki here fighting here for the German army. Also, with the dealing of the rifle squad up close. On the west here, we got Telemines laying down here. S-Mine's actually nice. Some players realize, of course, with an Osttruppen heavy build, you're going to be floating a lot of munitions, lay down mines aggressively. Others not so much. But here, we can see Hazuki hard at work there with the S-Mines, or Sprengminen. Basically means jumping mines. As the name hints at. They jumped up and blew up at a sort of a very nasty height, causing previous injury and harm. Pathfinders coming up against M42, need to be careful, of course, since then our Pathfinders the exit the artillery barrage, which can very quickly knock out units if you're not immediately able to respond there. So, little note there. There we go, calling it in there just as another squad moves in there. Husky's going to try and get out of it. As you can see, they close one there. And even then, almost gets killed there by the artillery. Like, again, the INR Pathfinder's artillery barrage is one of the fastest responding in the game. And also, quite potent. Machine gun team that went down somewhere else. Can't say if it's... Yeah, it's in the east. Definitely a blow there to Hazuki. Big win there for TwistedTootsy. Despite another, say, good play to them to some degree there by Hazuki. TwistedTootsy able to clear out one. And clears out the other one as well. Going to have to recruit that with the Osttruppen. Pretty fast there. Tech happened. Need to get out something for that soon. Some Panther needs to be a really good pick there for Hazuki versus TwistedTootsy. Of course, laying on the pressure here for freedom and democracy. We've got Marshal team nearby, so that means the S-Man's not going to do much there for Hazuki right now. But even then, of course, laying the down is a good idea. Most of Hazuki's front line is right now in full retreat here as TwistedTootsy and the 6th Armoured Hammers at the lines for the 716th Volksgrenadier Division. Volksgrenadier divisions were very commonly just built from the shattered remains of infantry divisions, either from the Western or the Eastern Front, and were primarily composed of, well, you know, poorly trained new recruits or personnel from the Luftwaffe or the Kriegsmarine, while the common myth is that they were actually old men and young boys. That was actually more the Volkssturm. Volksgrenadiers were technically still, you know, able soldiers, but, you know, the overall issue was very much training. And the Volksgrenadier divisions that performed the best were also usually the ones with the highest ratio of veterans that could actually that way, you know, help, you know, keep the men alive and also, you know, provide some experience and instruction to them. Because, again, a lot of them barely had any sort of training, most a few weeks before they were sent to the front line. So most Volksgrenadier divisions were poorly performing, and thusly the ones with the best performance were the ones with the highest number of veterans. Little fun fact there. Mortar there. So we also got a mortar out here for Hazuki. That's going to be helpful to the machine gun, of course, provide support there versus Twisted's infantry, and of course the smoke screen down the road. Mortar there being pursued. Need to be careful with that. MD42 coming up there. Parney's laying down more S-mines. Very good, consistent. Got the 2-2 out there for Hazuki squad as well. Engaging the rifle squad there. Turning into the Yankees. We got Austin, there's a loot captain dug in there. Parney's going for the car pot, finding a beacon there. Nothing further going there in Twisted space as of yet. Got a second 2-2 on the way here for Hazuki and the 716th Volksgrenadier Division. Support from a nearby Panzergrenadier Division or Panther Division most likely, since a Volksgrenadier Division definitely did not have any armoured cars attached to it. Getting here the captain up close. Half-odds going up here. Pioneer's trying to harass, getting hit there by the American MD42. Of course, right here, Hazuki sees number 2 tech to clear out the machine gun. It is a negative cover. It's low on health. The 2 directors a chance here to clear it out. And if Hazuki could clear that, it'd be great there. But probably not. Got the bazooka up then, the lieutenant. Still, of course, under the BAR on the captain. And Hazuki's in a really bad spot in terms of map control right now. TwistedTootsy has most of the map, most of the resources. Big 2 points wise, also most of them. They're not quite the actual factual points. To do charging an MD42 suppressed rifleman. Mortar finding whether it's 8cm mortar bombs. Oh, right through the S-mine field. We could see a tiny chance of wipe here. Holy smokes, almost got it. But one man runs, one man lives. For now. Rob squad, that's the 2-2 taking a auto cannon fire back here, troop reinforcing healing. Nothing further going on there in Hazuki's base as of yet. Got 2 armoured cars out there. We got an anti-tank for TwistedTootsy. Does also have fondness here of the anti-aircraft tower. But interesting enough, he's not going for it here, and probably going for both captain and lieutenant. Means he's likely just going to move straight for the battalion command post. We got an airdrop combat group there for TwistedTootsy, paratroopers and a pack howitzer. Another MD42 there for Hazuki and the 716th Volksgrenadier Division. Just on the western field point there with the Osttruppen. Eastern side here we got the Osttruppen as the lieutenant and the Pathfinders. Water there, finally 1 kill so far. MD42 almost done. Decent hit there. MD42 heading to flank and support the Osttruppen inside the building. Very good move there. Again, note the active usage and the MD42 very critical funds to them. There you go, Lieutenant and Pathfinder being pressed with MD42 in a matter of moments. First burst did not do it. There again, pops a beacon, interestingly enough. I wonder if there's a logic behind it. There's a misclick there by TwistedTootsy. Hard to say. It stands out there. Quick move the Osttruppen are willing to accept they might take some damage there just to deny them grabbing the point right away. Got the second 2-2 mark there. Increase, of course, the chance of getting wiped on retreating units, which is where the 2-2 kinda excels. If we got 2 of them, there you go. Decent chance of getting a wipe here on some of TwistedTootsy's infantry units. In fact, both of them could go down. We got an M8 Greyhound, which should put a stop to that. Then again, versus 2-2-2s, the Greyhound might encounter some issues depending on how this engagement goes. There you go, charging in there. 2-2s engaging with the altered cannons, tearing through the Greyhound's armor if they can land enough shots, which they can't. It's currently the point, MD42 covering up. In the center, we got Osttruppen moving forward and catching and anti-taking a bit of a bad spot. Back here, troops reinforcing, still no sign of Panther going to be here for Hazuki. Really should consider those eventually, since the Osttruppen scale poorly and will generally tend to find themselves falling off as the match proceeds, in particular as elite infantry like paratroopers appear. And paratroopers are very much appearing, as some of you might have noticed by now. Still, Hazuki strong here with map control, focusing eastwards here, which TwistedTootsy's presence is weakest, which is definitely the right approach there for Hazuki, so thumbs up there. Pack 40 on the way, the punts up at CoH2. Up with the Greyhound, but also in the armor, the TwistedTootsy is very much likely going to be chucking at Hazuki. Also moving eastwards, fixing up the 2-2. Pack 40 almost done. Straight to the S mine, taking some light damage, got the armored car turning into them. Also missed the Pathfinders. Mortifying down the paratroopers. And forcing them right in the paratroopers. We're not going to upgrade it yet. They're definitely something TwistedTootsy to want to prioritize, I think. Getting some light machine guns or bazookas, but probably just light machine guns. Not really a need for bazookas right now on them. Awesome catching and entertaining. Of course, got the Greyhound nearby, but that's severely dinged up. Captainless the mortar. I think that's going to be a win for the mortar, particularly if Hazuki remembers to use the barrage ability there. So far, none of that, but the captain nonetheless is taking a brutal beating there from the German forces. Back here, could consider taking up eventually, though again fuel resources not looking good there for Hazuki, so certainly behind there. No sign of Panzer Grenadier either, which in the face of increasing American numbers is something that should be strongly considered there for Hazuki. Though at least having 2 machine guns and a mortar should at least to some degree alleviate the need for them, but long term definitely should consider at least 1 Panzer Grenadier squad, possibly 2. We also got Telemans up there. Thumbs up to Hazuki again, very consistent mining. Very good there. Yeah, always good skill to have, particularly the Wehrmacht, since you do technically have 2 types of mines, which can cause some places that, nah, and not bother with it. But, you know, laying down mines to the Wehrmacht is actually crucial. In particular, telemines are really just one of your big early game advantages, and just a lot of matches can just come down to, like, did you actually knock out the light vehicle early on with a telemine? Because at that point, you actually manage to, so to say, slow down the opponent's snowball there and buy yourself some time to get into the sort of the mid-late game. Similarly, S-Mines also in that way quite effective. Got a pack out from TwistedTootsy, like bombarding here some of Hazuki's frontline forces. East side is drawing in more and more attention. Almost got a rough score there. Greyhound pushing back the MD42 here. Some telemines that could also been great anti-tanking it up, making it harder for Hazuki to use the armored cast. Of course, this does mean now the left side is open, and I think Hazuki's already starting to realize this and slightly shifting forces westwards. Though again, Panther could be helpful in that purpose. Got some take up there for Hazuki. Very good. Very solid time in there as soon as they more or less have the resource. And they do it. 2 thumbs up. TwistedTootsy, of course, not a slouch either. But we could consider some weapon racks, some BARs and some bazookas would I think go far here for TwistedTootsy. I mean, we know it's going to go for bazookas, but BARs right now I think would do them a lot of good. Got at least some victory point. We got 443 versus 441. Very close here so far. Large squad, they're being hammered by the auto car. Mortar moving up slowly as well. 2 kills, clutch veterans, 1 here. Troops are reinforcing here for Hazuki. Grabbing some fuel point back. Pack 48 should be able to deal with the Greyhound soon enough. If you get spotted, that is. There we go. Great hit from the Panzer up at CoH2. West side, we got turning up with the bazooka. 50 MD42 hanging back there, covering up the western side. Troops are paying back in Hazuki's base once more. Manpower being flooded a bit here cautiously. Awesome advancing valiantly, and back here in the TwistedTootsy's base, we've got more reinforcement. Ambulance a bit further forward at the front line. Also got a beacon here. Very consistent use of beacons there by TwistedTootsy. Like, he's just the total guy that just makes active use of every tool before him, which is, I really feel like a lot of other players tend to like, you know, not quite go as far. Hell, I tend to forget about them as well. So thumbs up there to TwistedTootsy. Sniper here for Hazuki. An interesting pick, though not necessarily one I'd go for in this stage. Granted, I'd never go for snipers, so I might be a bit biased there. Rifleman, Cap moving ahead, also falling back. Rifleman charging at the Osttruppen, Captain charging at the Osttruppen as well. Pack hard to fire down there, we got the ground moving up. Sniper almost done. Wild Squad, they're close to being wiped out by mortar fire. MD42 hemming away there. Pack 4D moving up. He punts up, they can only fear seek. Hazuki in a really tight spot. He needs to do something about breaking out of this mess. And probably do something about it soon. Back here, Troops reinforcing healing. Could build a Supreme Core. We have some charging ahead, of course, like this. Chanting up, seeing the Stoogie, and there you go. 2 down. Mortar fire landing here straight on the top of the echelons. But not enough there. Pack 4 lands integrating the Greyhound. Cluster bombs up here from TwistedTootsy. Could be taken up here by Wason. Greyhound down, though. Nice bit of help there for Hazuki versus Twister. And there you go. Cluster bombs going down here. Machine gun down. And the sniper went down as well. Wow, that sniper didn't even get to do anything before they got annihilated. That's just 360 manpower straight down the toilet. Good lord. That's gotta feel bad. They're great for TwistedTootsy, I imagine, if he was aware of it. Grab the Entertainer here under TwistedTootsy's nose. A bold raid here by the German army. Got the Stu 3E moving ahead here for Twisted Hazuki. Very much a common strategy was late here with Defensive Doctrine. Popularized by Jabba Jabba Jobba. You go for a bunch of Osttruppen with some machine guns, mortars. Then you go for Stoogies, and then you go for Stoogies. 2-2 they hit by anti-tank rifle grenades. Stoogie hamming away. They got Petrus moving ahead here. Rifle pursuing the armored car. Still should consider some Panther going to be here, feel like. Stoogie hunting the paratroopers. Still no upgrade for them either. Interesting enough, no light machine guns whatsoever there from TwistedTootsy's paratroopers. You'd figure there'd be some, but for whatever reasons, there aren't. Stoogie might actually just cleared out its own. No, it didn't. Got a wipe somewhere. Very good there for Hazuki. But still, in terms of map control, a bit of weaker spot here versus TwistedTootsy. Got another set of cluster bombs in. Bit of wasted cluster bomb calling this time around. Would have much better served as a, light machine gun upgrade. Machine gun recruit. Grabbing the anti-tank again. They tend to fire from the Sturmgeschütz. Got a few also coming in to intercede and cut the retreat of the M1 anti-tank gun there. Got MD42 they're being steadily outmaneuvered here by a bunch of TwistedTootsy's troops here. 6th armor quick gets past here. The 716 full's going to be shown machine gun. But another one covers up that machine gun, forcing retreat, and there you go, till called in by the Pathfinders, I believe, and there we go, quickly getting out of time there. And another sniper for Hazuki. No Panther gun, these just snipers. Oh, that was decoy smoke. Cheeky. Very overlooked ability as well there, but once you've actually shown you use the artillery actively, then decoy artillery something else becomes a lot better. The opponent is good, because again, they will worry about the artillery. So yeah, just spending 20 munitions for that. Thumbs up there to TwistedTootsy. We got the info team with the Osttruppen there. Sniper almost done there for Hazuki. Jackson tank shot there for TwistedTootsy and Freedom and Democracy. We got 383 versus 439. Quite the fight so far here. Stu Gaming Westwards got a machine gun there being pushed back by mortar fire there from Hazuki's gone out in there for 5 kills, but 2. So good, so good. There we go. Jackson tank destroyer. M1 tank in there, good to go.
Pioneers ready for assignment.
Lieutenant wing up, they're backed up by the mighty Packhounds and Major Olds on watch here for TwistedTootsy. Strength to the MD42, they're suppressed, begging for sweet mercy. And these paratroopers wing up, they're still not upgraded. So, when do we get our light machine guns? Never. Really? Probably. Just being westward here, we got the other machine gun, we got Osttruppen, we got Pioneers. Jackson wing. If it hits the Telemann, that'd be pretty funny there for Hazuki. Less fun for TwistedTootsy. Sniper pack, 2 moving up there. Directed T. Oh, actually not directed. I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. Silly me. West side, we got a slow movement up here, ground the western point here. Sniper there, good for TwistedTootsy, but Hazuki were taking fire there from the Pathfinders. In fact, down to less than half health, could be wiped out by the Pathfinders. Would be a bit sad for Hazuki if they lost 2 snipers without them getting to fire a single damn shot. And MD42 versus MD42, we got the Osttruppen flanking. Not exactly the best assault troops, and that of course is their major weakness. Still, TwistedTootsy takes no chance in case it turned out to be Obersoldaten in disguise somehow. My god, they were not Osttruppen, they were Obersoldaten all along. Wait, how does that work? I don't know, Captain. I don't know. We should ask the Canadians. Coming west was there. Nothing further on the base. Is he going to go for another Stoogie? So not an uncommon move here with the doctrine and this particular type of strategy. Led before 2 there on the western fuel point here. Lost with the eastern, of course. We got 351 versus 423. Stoogie moves straight to line fire the Jackson tank sword, which fires off a great hit with 91 of the gun. Return there being absolutely host. Have MD42 fire. Punitively in there go cluster bombs in. Oh, no real time to respond for the MD42. Bombs raining down like high explosive apples. And wipes it out. And Crack 40 then 2 to hold back the Jackson. Same the Stoogie here. But the 2-2 goes down in service of Deutschland. And that's another machine gun in the hands of TwistedTootsy now. That's not good there for Hazuki. That is quite the opposite of good. That's quite bad. Paratrooper Pathfinder on the eastern side.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
MD42 they're being flanked by the Pathfinders, bit awkward there for Hazuki.
We're losing a capture point.
Should build that Topoma core soon. If they're not planning on going for another Stoogie, they should definitely get the Topoma core, but say go for some Stoogie to help deal with that Jackson tank sword, plus any other armor TwistedTootsy might be going for, but so far isn't, which does stand out a bit. Still, lots of movement here on the map. Another side just resorting to, shall we say, the usual just batting up heads to a single point. They're looking to outmaneuver each other, looking to gain an upper hand, so 2 thumbs up to TwistedTootsy and Hazuki for displaying some good gameplay there.
Capture point is being overrun.
Got both end tankers on the left side. Stoogie there, half health, need to be fixed up. And still need to, like, you know, get up some additional armor here. TwistedTootsy looking for the Scott, and Hazuki's going for Tier 4. Heavy Panther core. Osttruppen had a mine, so 2 thumbs for TwistedTootsy after using the mining ability, which is part of the Paratrooper support school, which is, despite a lot of people actually going for Paratroopers and using the airdrop combat group, no one actually really utilizes that ability. So 2 thumbs TwistedTootsy, and just remembering that ability exists. And again, I think that's one of just TwistedTootsy's great strength. It just highlights, in fact, probably why the Americans actually strong, despite most people, you know, saying otherwise, because they don't use the damn abilities, Carl. So yeah, remember, use the abilities. And as Captain Lieutenant Champion, the Osttruppen and the West need to retreat them soon. They stand no chance on their own. Can we get upgrade with the light machine guns though? Pioneers being suppressed, Pedro being suppressed as well in return. Tier 4 almost done there for Hazuki, and the 716th Fult's going to need to be shown. Barbed wire up here. TwistedTootsy a big fan of barbed wire. We got the paratroopers there, or Pathfinder sneak up there, finding a path to blow up some crouch stuff. We got 200, almost 300 munitions here. We also got 6 artillery ready there for Hazuki and there go. Paratroopers getting hampered by the Stoogie. Still surprised at just the absolute lack of upgrades there for those paratroopers. I wonder if there's a reason for it. Cluster bombs here on the cluster of units here in the center from Hazuki. Good call in there. Mortar crew getting absolutely blown to bits, but actually survives. Pack also takes some damage, but similarly survives. And east side of Stoogie moves in there, charging at the paratroopers, looking to wipe them up close. Good hit there, 5 kills, 1 man left, 1 man running. Jackson moving in, upgrades down the Osttruppen with light machine guns. Got Pathfinder center to the Osttruppen and the Pioneers grab the mortar, which did get cleared out in the end. Scott moving up there for TwistedTootsy and the 6th Armored Division as the Osttruppen and hot pursuit here of the Jackson tank, so they dodged the first shot, but there you go, MD42 to the rescue. for the Americans. We got the sniper there with 3 kills so far. More to their crewed by Osttruppen now as well. No sign of the heavy Panzer Corps yet, or the Support Corps yet. Definitely need to get either of those up soon. Need to fix up the Stugi. So much here that Hazuki needs to do versus TwistedTootsy. Another Scott there for TwistedTootsy. No sign of the Sherman, just lots of specialists. Machine closing away their beacons and whatnot. We got the info to the far here from some white phosphor there from TwistedTootsy's pack howitzer. Very good. Unless, of course, you're the Germans, in which case that's really bad. West side again before being stopped here by Hazuki's sniper. More to go to a useful tool there. Oh, I'll be actually sniping the lieutenant out. There you go, second pack howitzer out. Stugi moving westwards. Heavy Panzer Corps up. Continuing to go for a Panther. Probably should go for that. I mean, if you are going for the heavy Panther Corps, and in particular this type of situation like this, you need a Panther out there. Panther for right now, I feel, would be a very, very silly move there by Hazuki. That's actually exactly what some players would do here. They go for a Panzerwerfer. Stugi turning in to deal with the captain here. Nice shot there from the incendiary explosive rounds. Jackson shoots. Still up against the Perch. We've got another cluster bombs off here. Stugi getting stand up and tanks moving up here. Got the paratroopers though. Stugi though down the crew, ejected violently. Anti-tanks are hammering away at the Jackson tank destroyer. Almost got the captain as well. 184 versus 423. We need to get some of those victory points back soon. Really should consider some Panzer Grenadiers though. Would benefit a lot from those, I think, going for the centre Vic point, going for the western one, eastern one. Bit more viciously defended here by TwistedTootsy, so it's going to be harder here for HazukiWatora and the 716th Fulton going to get closer. We got another airdrop combat group up here, TwistedTootsy, which calls another paratrooper school, but also another pack howitzer. So the one he already has on the field, which didn't get destroyed, unlike the paratrooper. Scott here pushed back with the anti-tank guns. Both could do being pulled back for reinforcement healing. Definitely looks like Hazuki's going for the Panther. Also coming up and engaging the machine gun there with their own light machine gun. Scott hammering away there, trying to silence, I imagine, the anti-tank guns. Yup, got a few kills there. Definitely a struggle for fuel here for Hazuki, but they are still managing to stay in the fight here versus TwistedTootsy and the armies. We got Captain in the center here. Captain. Oh, Capitain.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
MG4 continues to hold away at the Osttruppen, pinning them down to the ground. Telemine. Oh, S-mines down there again for Hazuki. Thumbs up. Lots of mines there. And more mines there. Very good, very good. Looking to just make it harder for TwistedTootsy to move freely. Really good idea there. A really good idea. And we go second pack howitzer in operation here for TwistedTootsy and the 6th Armoured Division. Very close to the Panther for HazukiWatora and the 716th. Nearby support from a Panzer Division. Or possibly a Panzer Brigade. S-mines head off there by artillery fire, but unfortunately for Hazuki. Paratrooper Scott going for the western fuel point, trying to keep it out of crowd hands, but Hazuki's having none of it. There you go. With a single high explosive shot, Hazuki's convinced to get the Osttruppen out of there. Eastern point being claimed here by the German army. Got more S-mines up here again for Hazuki. Very consistent S-mining. Really consistent. I'm quite impressed by that. And there you go. Panther on the way there. The Panzerkampfwagen 5. Pride of the Fatherland. Stolz der Nation. Pack moving up here, need to be careful of course. Any mistake they could get overrun. Cat moving forwards here. Panther halfway down there for for Hazuki. Not sure why I say Hazuki's TwistedTootsy, but anyway, someone's got the resistance here. White phosphorus there to prevent indirect movement on the point without exposing themselves to nuclear danger. Sniper here with 13 kills, close to 52. Sniping out the lieutenant. S-mines going off, almost getting a wipe there. Troops reinforcing, healing. Panther almost done. Scott on the far right flank got the Pioneer still with more S-mines. Scott turning his turret around, looking for target. There you go. Anti-tank landing a good hit. West side getting a mortar bit exposed with Osttruppen and MG42 support. The Purge there popping a pineapple grenade right at the mortar crew. Got the mortar again, but Hazuki's pretty quick to get that one back. Panther done. Got manpower floating. Could consider again the Panther gun these. So we got, I think that'll be a great idea there for Hazuki. Caches could also be considered. Fuel cache to assist with more armor for Hazuki could also be an idea. Oh, I just, spend the manpower. TwistedTootsy at full pot at the moment. Lots of artillery. I mean, he's got 2 Scots and 2 pack howitzers. In fact, he might arguably have too much artillery. Like 2 pack howitzers is great, 2 Scots is great, but having 2 of the same at the same time, I think might be a bit much there for TwistedTootsy. And could well be creating an opening there for Hazuki to push back hard. So, in particular, considering he's only got then 1 Jackson and a bazooka. Maybe some mines here and there to start with. Of course, add more bazookas than the paratroopers, but even then, he's still surprisingly low on anti-tank assets against the opponent with a Panther now. So I feel like TwistedTootsy may have committed a bit too much and created an opening, but the question of course is, can Hazuki realize this and actually exploit it? Because again, if Hazuki realizes and exploits it correctly, TwistedTootsy actually has a good chance of losing his battle again, having a larger force, because his force composition has some problems. Awesome as the Pathfinders, got 13 kills, 53. Panther getting those 1 machine guns, and tanks need to kill around the Pathfinders there. Sends 1 artillery barrage, they can quickly clear the map, and there you go. Pathfinder being shredded here up close. Jackson engaging, and tank landing great here on the Jackson tank destroyer. Paratroops almost up there as well there. Lots of action, centers heating up here. And there you go, Panther fires the Jackson tank destroyer. TwistedTootsy's tank destroyer is in a very tight spot there. Panther moving forward, set backed up by a few Osttruppen. Trying to fix up the Jackson here. We got emergency repairs to fix up the engine there. Got sniped, almost cleared out there. Holy smokes, he almost got a wipe there on them. That would have been devastating for TwistedTootsy, but no, the Jackson tank destroyer gets away, but the question is, will it matter in the face of the Panther Kampfwagen 5? And the answer to that is no. As the Germans would say, 9. Jackson tank destroyer lit up like a tinder box. Pulling back the Panther here. Close to veterans one on that Panther Kampfwagen 5. Party sending for the western fuel point. We got 122 as a 411. I mean, TwistedTootsy still has a significant lead. He still has plenty of fuel, so like he can recover from this. And it's not like he's in a bad position. He just lost one of his few assets for dealing with the Panther there, so he's still in a bit of a weird place, but he can still recover, I think, quite nicely if he reacts to this correctly. A74 to the lieutenant. No upgrades for the Patriot yet. Of course, got the pack howitzers firing out the MG42, looking to snuff out the crew like a candle in a storm. East side here we got the Osttruppen as the captain. We got more swimming in there. We got 10, we got 9 kills. Of course, got the MG42 coming at the victory point there from the Krauts. The Nazis. M1 holding up there, also swimming up. We got the mortar hanging back there. Panther being fixed up with double pioneers. Fun fact, Panther's very, very heavy on maintenance, and even then, even when properly maintained, they actually were quite unreliable. There's actually one of the Panther's main weaknesses. It was just very unreliable. It's not uncommon for like half a Panther battalion to, for example, not be combat ready. So, little fun fact there. I'm saying they're pushing back the Scot. Almost got the Scot there with the M1 anti-tank gun. You're seeing again he handled the mortar. We got Snow moving out the 21 kills. Panther moving out. Also missed the MG42. Bonfires with 16 kills. Predator moving out there for TwistedTootsy. Panther rushing through the west and gets the MG42 finally cleared out there. Charging to the base, he could take on the ambulance. We got Lieutenant with bazookas. TwistedTootsy could have bazookas on his paratroopers. Well, he does that. We got this vision to get out another tank. So I imagine here versus Hazuki. So indicating a bit the situation is a bit down now for TwistedTootsy, but still good use of the ability again by TwistedTootsy. Just other abilities like again upgrading his troops seems to be a bit forgotten here. Might be a challenge for you set for himself. Who knows? Oh, we need to start pushing out armor. Going to go another Jackson tanks again. You can notice Cap's supervisor ability allows it to come out a lot faster. in just a matter of seconds. It's almost halfway done. There you go. Ambulance down. Husky floating a lot of resources. Might be planning another Panther here or planning a Sturmpanzer. Either way, they're planning something big here versus TwistedTootsy. 7 kills on the Panther. Jackson going forward. Shoots. Penetrates the Panther's side armor. 8 kills versus 1 cluster bombs in here. Need to be careful, need to be careful. Oh. Bombarding the center point, clearing out the pack crew in a shower of death and fragments. TwistedTootsy's planning to get fuel for another tank destroyer easily, but he's short on manpower though. Let's see if he can get there in time. Panther going for the Scott. Anti-tank and missing as well. Wow. That Scott is just dodging everything, isn't it? Panther dealing with the 10 here with each of his machine guns, forcing him back. Pioneer's moving up as well. Jack's moving up there for TwistedTootsy. Directed on the Panzer Kampfwagen 50 with his 90mm gun. Another shot there. Panther's main guard is out of action. We got the M1 opening up, pushing back the Jackson tank destroyer there with the threat of death and explosions. And these here, MD4 remains in stalwart defense the other point. There you go. Artillery barrage called in there. I think that's a decoy though. Of course, Hazuki's taking no chance. Also, Hazuki's floating a lot of manpower there. Might planning another Panther, another bigger armor, but they really should all just consider some extra troops. Like Panther could be great, Cassius could be great, even machine gun bugs would be a great marine. I think investing some of that manpower. But right now they can call in another Panther. They can also go for Sturmpanzer, but they definitely need to call in something. Got the paratroopers shouting at the Osttruppen. Scott though 4 kills, close to wins. On the west, we got anyone opening up in this Scott. Great hit there. Good hit, I guess. Hazuki, you're not calling him more armor. You really figure they'd do that now. They got the population, they got the resource. There you go. Sturmpanzer Fear. Takes on the Panther there. Awesome, there's the paratroopers. There we go, routed. Power finds us up the center. Got the Osttruppen moving ahead here. We got 73 versus 369. Sturmpanzer halfway down there for Hazuki. And there you go. Powerpanzer's got close range. Got cluster bombs called in here. Sniper the dodging alongside the anti-tank gun there. Osttruppen though, not so lucky I think. They're going to shoot right through it. That is one lucky Osttruppen. One lucky bastard. There was the Osttruppen. Scott firing away there, slowly getting kills. Sturmpanzer ready here for Hazuki. So they got plenty of manpower to spare though. Don't think they should go for some paratroop or Panther Grenadiers. Sturmpanzer went up the eastern side to support the troop effort here. We got 73 versus 350. Getting here the captain. There we go, heavy damage. Almost the entire unit gone in a single shot. Panther setting out here to probably move to support the Sturmpanzer Fear. Or the Stupa as it was known. While Relic called to the Brumba, that was more of an allied designation, whereas the Germans, if they called anything but the Sturmpanzer, would have been the Stupa. Little fun fact there. Panther moving out. Four kills on that Scott. We got 73 versus 322. Pathfinder's pushing less than point. I'm still surprised he hasn't upgraded any of them. It seems really like he's just doing a challenge here almost. Lots of dead troops having fought over the center victory point. Panther moving back towards the center here. Might probably heading west to defend the point there. Sturmpanzer joining in the fun there for Hazuki. Mortify landing, great shot there on the paratroopers. TwistedTootsy may want to consider out some more anti-tank guns unless they're planning to cause more tank shots. Other Sturm Panther shoots, misses. Osttruppen moving in there, Panther moving up here on the other side, getting engaged here, but the Jackson tank sword which misses it by the looks of it. Or Phillips penetrating, there you go. Unit wiped out there. Quad blow there to TwistedTootsy. Cluster bombs called down, missing the anti-tank and the time of the and Thomas right here with the Osttruppen. Jackson moving up there. Direct hit on the Panther, piercing through the 80mm of sloped armor. Panther with the Jackson tank sword pushing down to half health. Another hit on the Panther. Scott on the west, close to Veteran 2.
Points are down to 300.
The area close to Veteran 2, then the Panther. The Panzerkampfwagen 5. Got Osttruppen was the Pathfinder. Paratroopers, they're not Pathfinders. Keep messing them up. Then there you go, pursuing the Osttruppen. There's machine guns nearby as well. We could give the paratroopers a bit of hard time. They are preoccupied with the troops a bit further to the east here. The captain getting a healthy dose of German lead. Scott moving up here. Cooper Buck laid down the sword. There you go. Sturm Panther immediately engages with its 150mm howitzer. Jackson pursuing. Panther nearby could try and release the anti-tank guns. Could. Anti-tanks with the Sturm Panther engaged with the Jackson tank destroyer. 8 kills. There we go. Great hit here.
Heavy machine gun team, ready for orders.
Paratroopers press for them to on the east side. The beacon is allowed to reinforce the front line, but it's not mattering much when they're getting suppressed and murdered. You got 73 versus 285. West here, mortar fighting rain down there from Hazuki's Granatenwerfer. Paratroopers pinned down, being slowly murdered out. There you go, down to just 2 men. The machine gun keeps firing, but will have to fall back soon. Paratroopers annihilated. Another blow there to TwistedTootsy. Panther being forward, rated here from the Jackson tank store. We got ready 2 on that one. Panther's almost ready 2 here. Jackson shoots, hits again. Scott, they're almost taken up with the Panther. Combat Blitz, or Blitzkrieg. Got the pack out, so Panther Blitzkrieging away. There we got HVAC rounds up, Sturm Panther moving up. And tank and ready. There you go. Jack goes through it. Run from the anti-tank guns and the Panther main gun out. That's the end of the Jackson tank turn. I think TwistedTootsy out of the fight. He suffered too many casualties otherwise. And there you go. A loss for the American army. A victory for Germany. A brutal fight here on crossing in the woods. Some hefty action on both sides. Good use of mines. And the Osttruppen there by Hazuki. Feel like though they could have used the resources a bit more efficiently at times with the Panthers and the likes. TwistedTootsy make your floor think was just going for too much infantry, artillery. And not enough assault elements. And certainly not enough tanks. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. I learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. Tell friends, tell your family, but don't tell enemies. This is Imperial Lincoln. Cheers. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.